What?
No.
Two.
This is Tracy from AXS, and I'm up at Diesel Concert Lounge, and I'm out here with Murder Outfit, playing Slater. Finally back in Michigan, right?
Yeah, I'm afraid of things falling apart.
I know, right?
How'd the Dallas pre-show go?
No, it's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay, I thought you came. Oh, you're came. Oh, okay.
Our agent, so we'll be discussing that later.
That's what I thought when you said that, so I was like, I thought it was after.
Yeah, okay. The crazy thing is, though, we saw the venue, so we're set for tomorrow.
Yeah, we know how to get there.
We know what to do. Well, that's good, yeah.
We were prepared. We're like Boy Scouts. We thought,
exactly.
Check out the parking, and we're like, all right, cool, we'll be here tomorrow.
You're all good to go.
Yeah.
So we took some questions from different people, and I got 20 questions for you.
Yeah!
20 questions.
We're excited. I love these kinds.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first off, just, describing the current tour, how it's going.
Well, it's, we're building.
Yeah.
This time, I think you've seen us build the whole way, which is awesome. Thank you, by the way, for being one of the ones that's always been there. So it's cool to see people come out. I just took pictures with some guy that was like, I've been following you for years. I feel like I know you through your bands and stuff, and that's your musical inspiration, and that's really cool because you never know what's going to happen in every city, which is cool.
Yeah.
We were on the Drowning Pool tour before this, and every show, you kind of knew it was going to be, X amount of people, the crowd was going to be like this, and great crowd, but still, it's kind of fun when you're on your own.
Yeah.
No. Maybe nobody, and that'll suck, yeah. But when it's cool, you're like, wow, this is really cool to see, our thing finally starting to develop.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. I ended up taking a picture with a random, shaking super fan in Kent, Ohio, of all places. We're in the mall, and lost it. Just absolutely lost the weirdest thing ever. But it was like, oh, okay. I guess we're reaching.
Seeing it, Joe.
Yeah, I guess we're figuring it out. Cause, it was nuts. And I wasn't dressed up or nothing, which is that's kind of what kind of shocked me was that I was in the mall with blue jeans on. You know what I mean? And it stopped,
totally recognized
double took, and went for it. I was just like, whoa. And so I was like, oh, maybe she confused me for somebody else, or maybe she thinks I'm Colin Farrell or someone sexy. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then,
someone sexy.
She starts naming off our songs. She's like, oh my God, I love Machine Gun Kickers, and I love, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, wow. Okay. Yeah, super awesome.
Yeah. No, we've had traveling jams too. This tour.
Yeah.
You know what? They've been traveling everywhere.
Yeah.
We had people travel last night. 7 hours to go see us perform, and another person come from Brooklyn or Queens to go out to Cairo show come out there in Canton. Yeah, people have been traveling.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
And then just what's currently going on with you guys right now that you want to tell people about?
We're gonna keep going at it on this record. Because we don't really need to stop to write a second record.
Yeah.
Really kind of half of it's done. The other chunk needs to get done, but because I have my own studio, it's never really a thing of we need to take time to go do it, and I, work with our production partner, Bo Hill, and we just kind of, work off the cuff. We'll probably go new single after we work the record really hard, and then go into a new record cycle, but a lot of shows coming up.
Yeah.
Crew Fest in July, probably do a bunch of radio festivals in the summer, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I'm looking forward to. I like those kinds of shows and those spotty ones,
Yeah.
Spending some time with my little boy.
Yeah. More time closer to home.
There you go.
And then just, when you guys set out to do a show from there, what's kind of your routine during the day?
Well, for me today it was panic.
Driving to the wrong venue.
Yeah, when you let your finger drive. That's why I stay in the back. It all goes wrong when you come behind the wheel.
There we go.
But usually it's, we hang out.
Yeah.
We watch a lot of movies and hang out and pick a lot of energy drinks and definitely catch up with the family.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have time, and the FaceTime or the phone call and
FaceTime and yoga.
Yeah, right.
I do yoga. I'm off my game today because I didn't get to do it.
You enjoy it? Because I have a friend that's trying to get you to take
weird
your
when we don't do it.
Yeah.
Get I don't feel centered and focused. Yeah. So it kind of sucks, but I'll power through. Right, but if we suck tonight, at least if I do, then blame it on the yoga.
I
need to have my yoga time in the back.
But what's been your best and worst moments out on tour so far?
That's a hard one because we love all of it so much.
We honestly do.
That even the bad
like even the bad shows.
Funny. You know what I mean? Like we've had jail in between shows. Breakdown. He's like, hey, the band's broken down. What do we do? Sell it on Craigslist. This is when to get home. Like everything is so. What used to be panic mode now is kind of like.
We'll just hop on Megabus. It'll be fine.
Probably the hardest thing is maybe shows where you can't connect.
Yeah.
Like, we played in Toledo last night, and it was cool. It feels like shows where, like, you feel like they're not connecting, but then afterward, everybody's like, oh my god, you were so awesome, and you're like, well, where were you when we were playing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think the things that happen actually on the road affect us as much as maybe like a show does.
Yeah.
I mean, have we had anything bad?
No.
I mean, we've seen people die on the road in front of us.
We've seen that, and, I guess, just family-wise, if something happens at home and
you're not there,
But honestly, within each other, all four of us, we try to comfort each other. I mean, in our own little way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, nothing really bad. I mean, not over. But
and then, if you guys had a chance to put together your own, like, kind of blockbuster tour, what would be?
We would be on it.
Well, of course.
I came up with the name today. What was it? Axel Lesnar, because I wanted to be Axel Slash and Trent Reznor in one. We definitely have guns and 9 Inch Nails on there.
Or not.
See, when
or
not
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, definitely 9 Inch Nails just for Matt.
Or none.
Or 3 times.
They could load my gear.
Who else, man? What do we have?
Guns, a Skid Row reunion.
Yeah. OG, right? Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Bring Pete Fields back from the dead and have triple negative.
Yeah.
Right? That would be awesome. I'd like some Cure on there personally. That's me. Just kind of break it up. If you're gonna have OG Skids, why don't you have OG Dangerous Toys?
True.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd get all the stuff.
Are we doing a festival lineup or?
Right.
I guess it's starting to sound more
How many days have I got?
Travel too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's I didn't get to see a lot of those bands going.
Yeah.
Because either when they were breaking out, they were in clubs and I couldn't get in clubs, and then by the time that they got to my city, they were already mega huge. Like they only played the arenas because I was in a small town. So not a small town, but it just wasn't place that concerts went to.
Yeah.
So yeah, all the bands for me would definitely be like things that I didn't experience growing up, or maybe got to see, like, but can't remember because I was 8, 5. You know what I mean? OG Kiss, Striper, and King Diamond back to back.
Yeah, I just saw King Diamond for the first time, like October, and it was amazing. It was amazing.
He lives in Dallas now.
Yeah.
Like crazy. Yeah. Like right by like the IKEA furniture.
Yeah.
I mean, beep.
Are you going to go see Guns N' Roses?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
August 3rd in Dallas.
Okay. Yeah.
I already got a ticket.
Yeah. Cheryl bought us tickets, and it was like $180, and yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't care.
But it's worth it. Yeah. If nothing else, it'll be,
Right. Just that everybody agreed to come back and do the reunion tour.
I mean, I saw them on that Metallica tour with opening, and that was awesome. I was like 13. So to hear that voice again.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, one album that you think everybody should own?
Ours.
Oh, yeah.
There you have it.
Reprinted on vinyl. Well, for me, Appetite for Destruction. Survival. Right here. Shake. What's Shake? What's the one crucial album, Shake?
One album everybody should own.
Only one though.
Cheap Trick Live at Budokan.
That one.
Rush Hemispheres. Album should you own? I don't know. Hey. I don't know.
Can I take Matt's vote?
No.
And all the good ones got taken against the road.
Yeah, that was.
Sure. You know, for sure, but
Can I take his vote?
yeah, you know, for sure, appetite. And that's what we grew up to.
Yeah.
And that's what made us who we are.
Yeah, probably Love Gun.
Yeah.
I would say gotta have Love Gun.
Okay. Let's go with catalogs. How about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can't ever just. Favorite, what would you have as a lineup? We ended up needing a festival tour. What album everyone should own? You ended up needing more gigabytes on your iPod.
Do their 70s catalogs?
Yeah. Anything from
album from the 70s, album from the 80s,
from the 90s.
Seven Westward. You gotta start your stage.
Yeah.
Well, then the other question that they wanted to know was what song puts you in a good mood, and that's another probably to narrow it down.
Right? Yeah.
Actually, that one's easy for me. Yeah. What
really?
See, but even then it depends, because a good mood from what? Am I mad or am I sad?
That's true.
So if I'm mad, then it's Splinter from Seven Dust. But if I'm sad, it's this really ridiculous song called Sugar from Bidwell, which is like this, you know, like crazy, terrible pop rock, like whatever. But it's just so silly that like you gotta get into it. You know what I mean? Or if I'm missing home, it's gotta be I Want to Be Your Man from Endeavor After. I will call my wife right then and there and be like, girl. Yeah. Yeah, just growl into the phone.
Yeah.
And well, what's for your own songs? What song are you most proud of that you guys have made so far? Or is it still out there?
That is a damn good question.
Hey, the ones that they want an answer to be a Murder FM song and we can't figure it out.
Well, that's hard because, like, I think, I mean, on this record, definitely things for me were like, Happily Never After is a little bit different for me to write, just in the tuning and the key and the way things kind of flowed underneath it. And it just kind of happened. We already had the record lined up. And I happened to write it on accident, and I sent it to everybody, kind of as not as a joke, but like, hey, I'm still writing songs. And everyone's like, it's got to go on there. And I was like, well, I didn't really mean for it to, because it was kind of different, and I was already thinking next record. Rainy Day Parade's another one, because I think it's ballsy in its own right, that it's kind of ballady.
Yeah.
You know, you can hear a lot of that, you know. So I'm really proud of that as well. I'd say probably those two, I think. Composition-wise, you know.
Yeah.
And at least off this record, I know there's more that I've got in the chamber that I'm super proud of. You know, I'm almost scared of to put out because I don't even know how I'm gonna do this live. But for all intents and purposes, promoting the record.
Yeah.
Let's go with those two. Definitely. Legion.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was different as well, you know.
And what's your guilty pleasure music?
Ooh. That's a hard one. I don't know that I feel guilty for it. But I love Prince, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's because he died. And Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
And Michael Jackson. I think like that trifecta.
MJ.
Yeah. So like I'm not shy about it. So I think those three for me.
I'm a super pop country fan. Like modern pop country. Everyone talks shit like that they think is like, that's not real country, and I'm like, I don't care, it's awesome. Like, yeah, I love it because it's also clever. You know what I mean? Like, it's also like, I always wanted to write a song about something like that, and it's just so direct and unusual and situational.
Yeah.
So it's like, I love it.
Chicken pie.
Yeah.
James Brown.
What's your guilty pleasure?
The movie Friday.
The movie Friday. You gotta feel bad about it.
Well, he makes me feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to see Barbershop?
Right? I wanted to.
I know. I watched Coachella, the live stream last night.
Let's go. Oh yeah, on off days I always want to see movies. Always.
And what was your first celebrity crush?
hard one.
First what?
First celebrity crush.
You know, for me, it was a tie between. This is going back, okay?
That's easy. Taylor Head.
Either Nicole Eggert. If you're listening, girl, I'm here. Or Cindy Crawford. That gave me some major junior high chubs.
Mine was Topanga.
Well, yeah, I wanted to marry her.
Yeah.
Boy Meets World, so that the name would be
And
Topanga.
she has a new show. Her follows her with now her daughter.
Yeah. The woman's name is Danielle Fishel.
Winnie Cooper.
No, it's
For Wonder Years.
Anyway, Topanga.
it will always forever be Topanga.
I want to bang that Topanga Pingle. Someone can get this to it, that'd be great.
I will forever be the Rachel Lee Cook fan.
Yeah.
You know, but like Alyssa Milano now though, I'm like, damn girl, you grew up good.
The same with Jennifer Love Hewitt. She started off hot and just
that was mine.
Yeah, I can see like
we never knew that.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
I was having this conversation the other day because mine was Keeper. And like he's doing country music now, talking about country music. And he was in Ann Arbor the other day. And my friend met him. He went to her tattoo shop the other day. And that was hers too.
I just read that he's got. I was watching something on YouTube. He's got his own signature series guitar, like a Gibson signature, the KF 500 or something. And I'm like, so Keeper Sutherland has a signature Gibson. I can't even get one free one.
So yeah, that's what she was saying. She's like, I actually met my crush like after all these years. So you know, it happens.
So keep hooking me up. I'm kind of a lover, so I got all three of those. They aged well, so I'm game. And I like them older.
What was the best advice you guys got starting out that worked for you? Quit.
Go get a real job.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that was true because in the spirit of rock and roll, whoever told you to quit, we had that like.
Yeah.
So it was the best advice because we weren't going to listen to it.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think.
I may do your sign.
Honest, I don't think anyone has ever really given us any good advice
that you wanted to follow.
Yeah, because it's usually something along those lines.
Yeah.
So at least I refuse to listen. You know, I may be a perpetual dreamer or something that. I see the forest through the trees, so, you know, I'm so hopeful like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, as long as I'm not giving up, there's no reason to quit, you know?
Yeah.
At least for me, I'm like, when I have that feeling of like, I don't know, then I would tell everybody else, dude, call it a day.
Yeah.
But I'm far from that, you know, like a few bad shows don't shake me. It could be worse, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's advice, quit.
And then what's the best gift you guys have ever gotten from fans?
What?
Best gift you guys have ever gotten?
Guitar.
Physical?
Well.
Tangible?
Tangible gift.
That you can talk about?
Exactly.
Skittle.
All right.
Endless amount of Skittle. I don't know, we cut them.
People giving us some stuff that we just kind of freaked out. I mean, like I said, we showed up to one show and a fan gave me a guitar. I want you to have this.
Yeah.
So, what was it? An Ibanez, like Steve Vai.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
Well, what's your on it? And other stuff. I mean, of course, the candies and
energy drinks.
Yeah,
I think the ones that are the coolest are the ones where they like literally had to sit down and do something.
Bake or something.
Yeah, or food, like when they bring us like home cooked meals and stuff like that, like just, you know, little things, or, you know, they drew an entire picture, or, you know, just little stuff like that. It's like the thoughtful things, like whether they say, oh, it's the thought that counts, like, I guess that makes me smile a little more, because it's like, well, I understand, like, my kids or my chick, or like, you know, like, well, you got to think about me, but like, for someone to be sitting in their room somewhere and just be like, I love Burger Fan so much, blah, 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 and then think like, oh, I'm gonna see him next week. I want them to have this. Like, that's awesome. You know what I mean?
I love it when you involve your family.
Yeah.
I got a gift. I think it was like the second show or third show, and I have it in my bag. It's a dog tag with my daughter on it, me and my daughter on it. That was really cool. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they involve family.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody give me nothing. Yeah.
Putting it out there, bring me something. And when you guys need quiet, where do you guys go? Because obviously you're on the road so much.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yoga.
The tour machine of doom. Yeah.
Yoga.
That's usually when I'm freaking out. So I want to go do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
The tour machine of doom.
Yeah.
You can get in.
The murder machine.
The murder machine.
The murder machine.
And if you could go back, something that you know now that you didn't know when you were younger, what would you want to tell yourself?
That's a good question.
I don't want to say it on record, at least.
Turn it off.
Let's just say I would make a much better long-term decision. We'll leave it there.
I'll leave mine at that. Anybody else?
I would think before I acted.
Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would tell Norman to think before he acted.
And I would not listen to Matt because I don't like the word quit. So we'd be right back in the same spot.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with where I am. I don't think... I have this really weird fear that may happen to me one day. Like, I'll wake up and there's a genie there and they're like, you get to go back and fix something. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I think a whole lot. Like, overthink stuff sometimes in time. Like, even like the worst situations in my life, like, they could still be worse. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't like to mess with that, like serendipitous type. I'm good with where I'm at. I would let myself know, like, it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not gonna. But good, I don't know, that's weird for me.
I wish I had that. I'd catch up every hole.
Yeah.
Another man. And if someone's like, that changes the course of your life.
Yeah.
What's the point? Yeah, but then, okay, yeah. We'll take mine out.
This is where we are now. So,
yeah.
It's one of those things. I remember getting a tattoo and it was terrible. And my older brother, I told my older brother, like, hey man, go with me. I want to remove this tattoo. And he was like, nah, dude, you just there. Like, that shows you, like, don't fucking just go to somebody's garage and get a tattoo. Go pay some money and fucking get it done. But I mean, just a general like advice. He was like, you know what, dude? That's a mistake you made. Just live with it. Like, cover it up later on. I guess.
Yeah, I'm all about lessons.
Lessons.
Wisdom. You know what I mean? I don't think you. Because in my mind, I guess that was my head. Well, in my mind, like if you go back and change something, like some mistake you made that you learned from, you lose that wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
would you still be in the same place?
Well, that and you lose the wisdom, so then you're prone to make that same mistake again anyway. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't warn me about that. I would be like, hold on. Hold on.
The manager.
And then what's one thing that people would be surprised to know about each of you? Hasn't been out there yet.
I get a lot of messages on Messenger, and they're always telling me you're so mysterious, and I'm really not. Like, I'm the one out there. Yeah, I'm the one that's out there, and they tell me like, man, you're so mysterious. I want to know about you, and that's who I am. Like, right? I mean, I think so.
Yeah.
And people always think like, I don't know you. I want to get to know you.
Especially playing music, you just lay it all out there. It's like there's nothing.
Don't hide. It's there. So it's kind of weird.
One thing no one knows about.
One thing you don't know. No.
I don't know.
Would you say like people personally, or like from a fan's perspective that's never met us?
I would say I'm probably a fan that's never met you, maybe.
It's surprising.
I'm a lot nicer than I
was going to say, you're not as mean as you look.
I'm a lot nicer in person once I start talking. I'm scary as hell until I start talking, and then people are like, "Ha! That guy's gay."
Yeah. That should have been the stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Or an impersonator.
I can do impressions of anything. I guess that's a fun fact.
Yeah. I just see terrible versions of his.
It's a good version of my impression.
No idea. I mean, yeah, we put it out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm emotionally wise. I'm very emotional. So I mean, but I think it's out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's one thing you want your fans to know? So we're terrible at answering questions. Even
I watch a lot of TJ Maxx, Jungle Book and Sesame Street with my little boy.
Yeah.
Don't think I can watch anything that isn't animated anymore because I can't follow it.
Wait, no.
Right?
I want to know what the letter is.
Simpsons to the extent of my adulting. Yes.
That's the next tour.
Right?
Sunday morning cartoon.
Yeah.
Although there isn't anymore, is there?
I know.
Yeah?
They are.
Oh, horrible.
Are they?
I have a pocket knife addiction. Like a really bad pocket knife addiction. I bought 12 on the last run that we were on alone. So that's a really bad pocket knife addiction.
We're on the side 6 shows.
Yeah.
But are you using them?
I do, yeah.
So you told them.
I got my dad when I was a kid. He gave me that advice, like always have a pocket knife, and so I just was like, alright, cool. And then it started being like because like one day I didn't have it, and I was like, dang, gotta get one. So I bought one, and I was like, now I have 2. And then I just.
So you have a collection.
Yeah, now I have like.
He can open up a bag of hot fries like nobody else.
I can cut an aluminum can in half with my teeth, like, or I can cut the top off of it, like a can opener. Sorts of weird stuff.
No, I do have a weird one. I think you guys know that I was a professional fisherman.
Ooh.
I was endorsed with like some of the big names
I
out
knew
there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was every time that's when we went to some of these rivers that I go to. I was endorsed with Abu Garcia's line, which I used a lot of their boats and the fishing rods. Yeah, I did that for a very long time, like right after high school through college, and then in my college years I got signed with a record company, so I kind of dropped that.
Yeah.
All of that. But yeah, that's something that they did professionally.
Could be out there right now.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. Yeah.
I never knew that.
I'm surprised. About that?
Yeah, actually, when we were in Idaho,
the Snake River, we passed the Snake River, and that's one river I dreamt to fish at, and I was telling them about it. So yeah, so some of these rivers I dreamt to catch some fish there, and that's so weird. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's something
Yeah.
that people probably don't know.
Wouldn't know, yeah.
Not even by singing.
News to me.
So if you ever break down, near a lake.
Right? Listen, we'll get to eat. Get us some Skittles. Right?
Definitely.
Can you get Skittles in the river?
As a band, do you guys have a quote or a motto that you live by?
$20 is $20.
Right? $20 is $20. Definitely. That's the one question we can answer. Like, can't answer anything else, but $20 is $20, and we'll take it.
Mine is eat shit. Fuck you.
Hashtag.
Eat shit. Fuck you.
And then what was the last thing you guys did that didn't involve
Right now.
music?
That's trending.
Entertain yourself?
The last thing we did that didn't involve music to entertain ourselves.
As a profession or as a hobby or just like...
As a hobby.
Oh, you did wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that something you guys are all fans of?
Pretty
Like,
geeky. No, I don't think
Not really.
them like
it,
but maybe Jay.
Yeah, that grew up.
I tried to like it, and then we watched an episode, and they talked through the whole thing, and I was like, how do you call yourself a wrestling fan, and you're talking through the whole thing? Like, trying to understand what's going on here.
Yeah, that for me was awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool to be trained by, like, you know, a WWE gamer. And to get to do it again, it's even cooler.
Yeah.
I went back to wrestle again in July. A couple matches, some fights on.
Yeah.
Like tag team matches. So I'm like, what? That'll be cool. The band's gonna play at one of the events, like, you know, in the entrance music, kind of like Triple H and Motorhead did. So that's gonna be cool. Okay. But as far as a hobby,
I don't know, man. Lately, I've just been so busy with my little girl that it's kind of like not a hobby. It's just, but it's just something that we just been so busy. You know, she's young, so it's kind of like I haven't really done much besides her and
you know. And Jay always does me.
I don't know, Shake's hobbies wise.
Do you have any non-music hobbies?
No.
Call music all the time.
Yeah. I was thinking, I was like, I wonder what Shakes is going to say, because I don't think I've ever seen Shakes not doing something music.
Watch TV.
Yeah. Watch Friday.
I'm constantly working on music all fucking day.
Yeah.
Watch CSI all day. Watch CSI all day. I want to files.
Yeah. That's a hobby. For instance, files, marathons.
Yeah, there's not much TV watching going on.
Yeah.
With all the other shit I got.
Yeah. I could easily do that if allowed.
Yeah.
But definitely I have a 2-year-old as well, so sleep.
It's not.
Ranked at number one.
Yeah.
You can find some. I'm like, I'll sleep right here. I think I fell asleep on the floor last night after the show. Just let me know when we're going. And I covered my eyes and I went to sleep. It was amazing.
And then what's the best prank you guys have ever pulled?
Oh man. Yeah.
Get him up.
Oh man. Which one? It was either Gemini or
Gemini was a good one. I think that one.
That one indeed. Oh, yeah, so start. Okay, so we're on tour with Gemini Syndrome, right? It was Gemini Syndrome September morning. And all tour, we've got some degree of infamy among touring bands that, you know, if we're on with you and we like you and, you know, it's a, you know, lengthy tour, by the end, you are going to be scratching your head figuring out how we pulled off what we pulled off. So we get down to the very last show, right, and Jay comes running up and he's like, dude, check it out. Comes running in and he's got 4 bags of happy birthday balloons, but they all have Justin Bieber's face on them, right? He's got 2 full-size door posters with Justin Bieber on them, and like a bunch of confetti poppers and all sorts of craziness. So we spent the time that we should have spent getting ready, we spent blowing up Justin Bieber balloons, right? We have these blackout suits, or the shadow suits.
And they're full body.
Yeah, they're full body. You can only see the face on them on the stage. And actually at the time we didn't have the skull ones. We were completely blacked out, which was awesome. So we wait till they're like a good chunk of their set in, so that they can't like regroup and whatever. And we're thinking that their set is going to be a certain way because we're in cahoots with their merch guy. So we're like, dude, we need to know what is this song because it's a hype song and everyone will think it's hilarious. Well, he messes up, and it ends up being like their sappiest, sweetest ballad. So literally, this song comes on, and this dude's singing his heart out and whatever, and me and Jay come running out. We throw the posters over their scrim, so their stage banners. 2 Justin Biebers come flying out and rip open the bags of balloons, and there's fucking happy birthday Justin Bieber balloons everywhere.
Purple.
And everything's purple. So we're dancing around like maniacs, right? And the singer, he, no clue, you know, that's how into this song he is. No clue. He's there with his eyes closed, singing his heart out, and everybody in the band is losing their minds, dying of laughter. So finally, I guess someone had kind of messed up a cue or something, and he like picked his head up to see what was going on, and he's fucking surrounded by all of this chaos and could not. He was laughing trying to sing the rest of the song. So our best prank is ruining one of the most pretty songs ever.
With Justin Bieber.
With Justin Bieber.
It was funny too because one of those door-sized posters of Justin Bieber, they loved it so much that they put it behind a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
They were driving around.
Yeah, they taped it under the trailer.
With this big old Justin Bieber poster behind the trailer, and people were following them and honking because they thought it was Justin Bieber's.
God, didn't it say like happy birthday on it or something?
Yeah.
We were laughing because the Pistons are playing Cleveland, and Cleveland had that Justin Bieber show like they were going to cancel if there's a game 5, so we launched the Pistons to win the game so that Justin Bieber can't perform. And it was cracking me up because on the way here they were talking about it on the radio, and they were like, that's all they've been getting is calls all day about that because they don't want him to play. And it's like hilarious.
That's awesome.
But for I think I already know the answer to this question, but greatest story in your guys' life?
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And just for, I mean, obviously you guys get to spend here and there at the time, but what does it mean to you just to have, you know, like those breaks to be at home and...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Eating. I mean, watching our kids grow up, it's just something
Yeah.
I can't explain.
Mine's hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Quadruple meat.
For me, cheeseburgers.
Yeah, cheeseburgers that'll give you a heart attack.
Cheeseburgers and family events.
He's like, definitely a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburgers.
And Skittles.
And then finally, just one word to describe each member.
Determined.
Each member, how about we answer each other's? Oh, I'm a Gemini, so I go both ways. I'm either one or the other.
About that.
I'm either like a horny or angry. So.